This is the Shure SM57, and it has been my primary microphone for a couple of years now, and I absolutely love this thing. It is the workhorsiest of workhorse microphones. It's super simple, small, but extremely well made, and just an absolute insanely good value of a microphone. It's also one of the most versatile microphones that you can buy in the market today. People use this for, of course, voiceovers like I'm doing now. Musicians use this to record their instruments, and Foley artists use this to record sound effects. I mean, the versatility of this thing is unlike anything else in the market. It's able to do it all, and for less than $100, and in this almost like indestructible package. It's such a robust microphone. It's so well made, and it sounds great. It sounds phenomenal, and I'm so grateful for this microphone. It has genuinely improved the quality of the videos on this channel, and I can't sing its praises enough. Now, as much as I do love my SM57 with all of my heart and soul, you served us well, but it's finally time for an upgrade. This is the Electro Voice RE20, and I'm really excited about this. I've had my eye on this microphone for quite a while. I've known about it for years and years, because it's been around for years and years. It's actually a microphone that you very well have seen before without even realizing it, because it is, yes, the same microphone used on the Frasier TV series. There he is right there in his studio using it. So yeah, it's an extremely well-established microphone. This has been used for podcasts and radio for decades. Decades. Here's the date where it first was launched. That's how long this thing has been in a standard for recording. And it's still running today as one of the best voice recording microphones on the market. It's such a phenomenal microphone, and we're gonna do a comparison. You're gonna hear the sound difference between the two pretty soon here in the video. But I have to establish just how much of a legacy the RE20 has in this industry. The only other microphone really in the market that is more well known, or certainly much more popular, would be something like the Shure SM7B. That's a microphone you've probably seen everywhere. Everyone from podcasts to content creators, you see the SM7B absolutely everywhere. And so one of the big questions might be, well, why did I choose the RE20 over the SM7B as an upgrade? Especially if I already love my Shure microphone, wouldn't it make sense to upgrade to the better Shure microphone? And sure, that does make some sort of linear sense. But the thing is, the Shure SM7B is a wonderful microphone, a phenomenal microphone. In fact, it is the microphone that was used to record Michael Jackson's Thriller. I mean, that's what an incredible legacy. Oh my God. But the thing is, the Shure SM7B, as wonderful as it is, I've heard it before, and it really doesn't sound all that different from this. Now, obviously, the SM7B is going to have a lot more performance and capability than the 57 here. But what I'm saying is that the tonality, the kind of like sound profile you get out of the SM7B, sounds very similar to the 57 here. And while, sure, it makes sense to just, keep the sound that I already like and just improve it. Yes, that does make sense. But after doing some soul searching, I decided I would rather than having this linear progression of improving the sound I already have, I would like to try something new, a whole different approach. And the RE20 does that for me. So let's talk a little bit more about like the build of this thing, because it's built remarkably well. Let me get it more on frame for you. Look at that. Ooh, it is a dynamic microphone with a full cardioid polar pattern. It has a pickup range of 45 hertz to 18,000 hertz. It's 150 ohms of impedance with 1.5 millivolts of sensitivity. And then the whole chassis of the microphone here is steel. One of the big kind of selling point features of the RE20 is what they call their variable D technology. And what that does is it kind of minimalizes what's called a proximity effect with microphones. The proximity effect is the closer you are to a microphone, the deeper the kind of bass of your voice will get. It becomes a lot more robust. And the further away I get, I kind of lose some of that bass range. I kind of lose some of that real robustness. And if I kind of move a bit off center of the microphone, I lose even more clarity, more of my voice. I have to really kind of be on it, but also not crazy super close to it, because the closer I am, the more really, really deep it gets. Now, this proximity effect might be a desirable trait for some people. They might want to be able to get really, really close in on their microphone and get that really deep, rich voice. But other people might prefer the more kind of convenience and consistency of not having that distant shift in your voice. And that's kind of what the variable D does in the R20 here, is it does a better job to ensure that the way your voice sounds very similar, whether you're close to the microphone or a little further away from the microphone, or even a little off center from the microphone. And we'll test that out to see just how well it does, but that's what they try to sell with the variable D. So that's very cool. And I'm a pretty animated guy. I like to kind of move around and, oh, look at my jazz hands as I'm talking. So having something that could kind of deal with my whimsy can really help, I think, hopefully improve the quality of the audio overall. The RE20 also has what's called humbucking coil guards, which kind of help reduce line humming. And it also has, I'll do a close-up to show this so you don't have to look here on the camera, but it also has a switch for toggling your mid bass shape. So it's able to kind of immediately cut off at the entry point here, cut off kind of your mic rumble and give you a bit more flexibility with eliminating maybe some unwanted background noise. Okay, so let's go ahead and do just a direct comparison here, because this is where the bread and butter is. This is what really matters. We are currently using the Shure SM57. We have been throughout the entirety of this video so far. But now I'm going to go ahead, we're going to switch it over to the RE20, and we're going to see what this difference is. And to kind of do this little comparison, I'm going to go ahead and read from one of the manuals from one of my Focal headphones, and we'll do the comparison through there. So here we go. The Focal sound. You have just purchased a Focal product. We would like to thank you and welcome you to our world, a world of music and emotion. Our key values are innovation, tradition, performance, and pleasure. Wherever you are, our only aim is to bring you exceptional sound from our solutions. Now, the RE20. The Focal sound. You have just purchased a Focal product. We would like to thank you and welcome you to our world, a world of music and emotions. Our key values are innovation, tradition, performance, and pleasure. Wherever you are, our only aim is to bring you exceptional sound from our solutions. And there we go. Now we're on the RE20. So now let's go ahead and actually test out how well this variable D technology does with that whole kind of proximity effect with the microphone. As we heard with the SM57, now I'm going to do kind of the same thing with the RE20 here. This is the general distance I like to be from my microphone. So here's how I sound at this distance, which is a good probably 8 or 10 inches. If I come in closer to the microphone, it should not have as much of a huge proximity effect. My voice should not be getting significantly deeper like it did with the SM57. Now let's test the actual pattern here and see how well it picks up when I'm a little off center. Here's what I sound like when I'm a little off center, a good, 15, 20 degrees or so. And then also over here. So that's how it sounds with that variable D. I don't even know yet. I don't even know how good the variable D actually works until I hear back this video that we're recording right now. But yeah, that's what it boasts. Now, this is a cardioid pattern microphone, which means that it's going to pick up things in front of it. And while it may be able to do a bit of a better job picking up my voice a bit more at an angle than the SM57 over here, it does still mean it's a forward-facing pickup, okay? It only captures sound in front. It's going to reject sound behind it. So if I pull the microphone out a little bit further here, there we go. This is going to be really wonky, but this is where I sound like directly in front of the microphone. But you'll see as I go around the microphone, it's going to get a little bit harder to pick me up. As I go back to the back of the microphone, now it's going to be really, really hard to pick me up. I probably look ridiculous doing that. But yeah, so that's the cardioid pattern of the microphone. And then also the variable D and how it picks up my voice from different angles and different positions. And oh man, I'm being whimsical talking about the freaking R70X over here. Look at me go. Look at me talking. Oh my God. Hopefully it's doing a pretty decent job of keeping my voice on track and consistent. But yeah, so we've done it. We've made the upgrade to the RE20. I did have to do, again, a bit of soul searching about the color of it. Traditionally, this is more of kind of like a tan color microphone. I believe they call it flux beige or something like that. It's more of a beige color. But they have more recently and more kind of recent models of it. It is, everything internally is basically exactly the same as it was decades ago. But now they have a black version. And I really had to kind of think about it. Do I want to be like super traditional and maintain that beige? That it's clear what this is to everybody and it really fits that legacy again? Or do I want to kind of modernize it a little bit? And obviously I went with the black, and I went with the black primarily because it's more my brand colors. Black and orange is kind of the brand color of the channel there. So it just kind of made sense to go with the black. I think the black looks great. I understand probably some people are like, oh my God, how could you? That's blasphemous. You have to go with the beige if you're going to get the RE20. But it's the same damn microphone, guys. Come on. It's black. Okay. I think it still looks really, really good. It's super, super clean. But yeah. And that's where we are now. We've upgraded RE20. I'm pretty excited about this. I can't wait to see how the production and the audio quality of the videos go moving forward. I hope that it's making a big enough difference for all of you, because this is really more for you than it is for me. I'm looking forward to the future and what's next. So thank you very much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this, and I will see you again soon.